Hi everyone, I'm Mark Womack, Sports Information Director at Cedarville University, and I'm pleased today to be joined by Carsyn Koch-Johnson. She's the 2018-19 recipient of the GMAC Female Collegiate Achievement Award. First off, Carsyn, congratulations, and thanks for taking the time to join me today.
Thank you.
Well, you've been a very successful athlete during your career. You've received a number of awards, including twice being named the Female Athlete of the Year in the GMAC, but this is the league's highest award. What does it mean to you to receive it?
Well, I feel really honored, first of all, to have been chosen to receive this award. It's always nice to be recognized for some hard work, and I just want to thank my coaches also and the athletic staff for all of the time and the energy that they put into me as an athlete. It's kind of one person receiving the award, but I feel like it's definitely a whole team of people who have surrounded me and put time and effort and energy into me as an athlete and as a person and as a student. To get you to that level, it takes a whole team behind the scenes, definitely never by yourself. So I'm thankful, I feel honored, privileged to receive the award, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the banquet. We'll be leaving for Texas for NCAA Nationals that week, so I'm sorry again I couldn't make it.
We understand, but there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about with Carsyn here in the few moments that we have together, but I think it's important to let people know you've had a lot happen in your life in the last year, year and a half. You're a graduate student, so you've already earned your undergrad degree. You're in the master's program. You have a job. You were married in late December. And but your athletic career took an interesting twist. You missed the entire 2017-18 year. How have you been able to navigate through all these things in your life?
It was definitely difficult. I've never had an injury like that before, and it was the end of the summer in between my junior and senior year. And I think as an athlete, you kind of think like, it's my senior year, it's going to be, the capstone, the best one yet. I'm fit, I'm ready, I'm seasoned. I've been in these competitions before, and I am prepared to do my best and kind of go out with a bang. And that didn't happen. I developed an injury and I couldn't shake it, and we couldn't figure it out, and it led to me missing a whole year, despite multiple doctor's visits and injections and physical therapy and you name it, I probably did it. Up into discussion of exploratory surgery on my hip, which we didn't do, praise the Lord. So it's been a lot for me. I had to deal with the sort of deep disappointment of seeing your classmates that you spent the last 4 years with achieving and finishing strong and then graduating and leaving, and then me still being here. So I tried to just rehab that my senior year and then come back. I decided to enter into the master's program and, see what one more year could give me. I got a PRP injection my senior year and right after graduation. And then I had multiple weeks of dry needling and physical therapy and lots of other therapies to get me to the point where I was starting to train again in the fall. And I didn't really feel ready to come back for track, to be honest. I really felt like my body needed probably 6 more months of training, but, when the season comes, and it was my last shot, so I jumped into it in January in indoor track after getting married in December. Sure. And have just kind of continued running. It's been busy for sure. I'm a registered nurse, so I do work at a local hospital, and I come back and I train after my shifts, and then I train on my off days. So it's been a lot to juggle, but it's definitely, I feel very called to nursing, and I feel very called to running. So I've tried my best to spread my energy and just achieve as much as I can, and it's really an honor to receive something like this after I feel like I've juggled a lot of things to get here.
Sure have. All right, now let's move backwards a few years. You're from a small town in Maine. Why Cedarville? How'd you get here?
Well, I kind of asked myself the same question at first. I really didn't want to go to Cedarville, not because of Cedarville, but because I kind of wanted to stay close to home and, drivable distance. And here I am, roughly 20 hours away from home. I had friends who went to Cedarville and encouraged me, like, hey, you should come check it out. It's a really good school. It's got some really awesome majors and, just a really good community here. So I checked it out, and I met Coach Bo, and I was offered a scholarship. And from there, from the minute I set foot on campus, I really enjoyed the atmosphere and the professors and Coach Bo and some of the other athletic staff, and I decided to go 20 hours from home and kind of take a leap of faith, and it's been a good one.
And here you are.
Here I am.
And athletically, you really kind of came, with all due respect, under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just to rehash with our viewers, Carsyn's been a 4-time NCAA champion, 7-time All-American on the track. Not to be forgotten, you also ran 3 years across country, 3 conference championship teams. You guys were you gals rather, were the regional runner-up, got to the national meet. She's also running the 2016 U.S. Olympic trials. But where in here did it kind of click with you that, maybe I may have something here with this running thing?
Well, Coach always talks about kind of a success confidence cycle, and how all athletes are on one of those 2 cycles. Either you have confidence and you grow in your confidence, which leads you to success, or you have some success and that gives you a little more confidence to have a little more success and a little more confidence. And that was always kind of me. Is I didn't come to Cedarville thinking I'm a hot shot. I can't wait to beat everybody and be on varsity. I kind of came a little bit hesitant, thinking I hope I can run with these girls. I hope I'm able to train with them and they don't leave me behind. And I didn't come in as a hot shot recruit either. I was a recruit with a lot of potential. I ran 1906 in high school, 5'11" in the mile, 221 in the 800. So I had potential and I was pretty green. And I think that's what excited Coach, but I wasn't amazing, I guess. And so I had to kind of develop. It took a lot for me to get to the point where I felt I can really do this. And I remember my freshman year indoor track, when Coach Bo said, I think you could make it to nationals if you run the 800 and you run well at conference. You only have a few more tries left, but I think if you get just a little bit faster, you have a shot. And I was like, okay, I think I could do this. And that's where you see the success and you get a little more confident, until outdoor season, when I missed it in indoor, and I thought all right, I want to make it to outdoor nationals. And at that race I came up runner-up.
Sure.
And from there it was kind of okay, it took a while for it to set in, but it was I got second in the nation. And that was kind of the turning point to me saying well, second was nice. I want to win. I want to get to the point where I can be first in the nation and see where this whole running thing can take me. Now, we're at the end of your career now. You're going to end it at the national meet, your collegiate career, that is. So what goes through your head now? What about some personal highlights, memories, anything in that regard? Well, there's a lot to look back on in 5 years. There's a lot of, I felt like I went really high and then I experienced the really low with, the year of injuries. But probably some of my favorite races were regionals for cross country, when we made it to nationals. And I think just about every girl on the team had a PR. And it's so fun in cross country to have everyone doing the exact same distance, same training, and it's the camaraderie of, all right, we're all going to go through this exact same pain together, and I'll see you at the finish line. And we're all going to finish, and it's, it's a team atmosphere. But definitely some of the highlights were the Olympic trials, which was both an awesome and terrifying experience. Sure. For me as you're 19 years old and you're in a room full of all these people that you've looked up forever, and you just want to can I have your autograph or a hug or something? And you're no, I'm here competing with them. So that was definitely, I think, a turning point in my career as far as seeing myself as a competitor instead of just, a collegiate runner, and saying no, I am competing with women who are the fastest in the nation and who will represent our nation, in the Olympics. And that was a really, really cool experience for me. The DMR indoor, when we got pretty high up at nationals, higher than we expected. Again, just that team mindset where you're running and you've got the baton and that 3 girls behind you have already put in everything they have to get you where you are, and you just have to run and finish. And just a lot of really good memories with the girls and with our coaches, and fun trips where the bus breaks down or we end up at a fun eating spot or something like that. There's just so many good memories to look back on, and it's unique, and it's definitely something that even if I continue running, I'll miss it.
Well, that leads right into my next question, Carsyn. Of course, only God knows the future, but what about a future in running, or do you want to focus on your nursing? Of course, you're married, you have that, of course. What's on your mind?
I have a lot on my mind.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of dreams, and it definitely, it changed for me a little bit being injured and seeing kind of what that rehab process looks like by yourself when, you know, you're injured and it's no one else has the same injury as you, and you're kind of figuring out, like, do I love this enough to push through, for me, 18 months of injury and 18 months of disappointment and things hurting and figuring out if it's worth it. And I think at that point it was kind of like, all right, I think I could go through anything at this point.
Sure.
I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, and I think I could make this work. So for us, it's going to be a question of timing. My husband Colby's in the Army, so we'll see kind of where we get stationed and what that looks like, and see if we can hook up with training groups. I love nursing. I love my job. I love taking care of people, but it's going to be there forever. It will. It'll be there. I'll probably be a nurse until I'm, old. So I have lots and lots of years to explore that career and explore that avenue, whereas running is going to be a really short window. Most women don't run past 30, 31. So it's going to be a very, very short window that if I pursue it, it'll probably be a full-time thing for me, but kind of waiting and see where I end up. Next year is the next Olympic trials, so I would love to make an appearance there if I can get stronger and stay healthy and kind of see where God takes me, what He has planned. So.
Well, we look forward to that in your life as well. So I've been with Carsyn Koch-Johnson, the 2018-19 recipient of the GMAC's Female Collegiate Achievement Award. It's been exciting to watch your career. I know those around the league have enjoyed it as well. So congratulations again on earning this honor.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Womack. Thanks for watching.